Hello, welcome. Hi, Anna. Sorry, we are only two people today. We were supposed to be four people, but two of the other guys, they're sick, unfortunately. But we have Anna here, agent provocateur. Hello, welcome. Thanks for joining.
Hello,
Hello.
dear audience. Yeah, I'm Anna, and I'm from Kharkiv, from Ukraine, and I live here already like 1 year. I'm wearing mask not because of Corona, but because of my scenic sort of role, and I like to leave some mystery.
Yeah, this is a good topic because we are talking about underground tonight, this evening. A huge topic, especially here in Berlin, in the scene, also probably in the Ukraine. We talk about this as well. You introduce yourself. You are a DJ, you're an artist from the Ukraine, and you probably have a lot of stories to tell us. But today, the main topic will be the underground scene here in Berlin and also what you discovered in the Ukraine. Please, Anna, tell us a little bit more about your career. Like, what have you experienced so far? Where did you start and where did you get in touch with electronic music or techno for the first time?
Oh, it was like, I think 7 years ago. Yeah, not so long time, but anyway, it was in Kiev. Mm-hmm. I went to my first rave. It's called Schema. Maybe someone could hear about this. It was in a skate park, and right now it basically became like really huge. And they made like a documentary about this. They had like boiler rooms there, and from this party, like my discovering of underground sort of music started. Yeah. And I also started to go to Closer Club. Maybe also someone could hear about this. It's pretty iconic place, and I can tell that everything in Ukraine, it's pretty DI. So, and yeah, like basically our resistance started from like 7, 8 and 9 years ago when first escalation happened. And yeah, people start somehow to express themselves in this sort of way. Yeah, and even right now, people like still party.
Yeah.
During curfew, we do have like curfew, and I just played like 2 months ago. Yeah, in Closer Club.
You played in the Ukraine?
Yeah, I played in Ukraine 2 months ago. And yeah, it was my first time when I went to Kiev since full escalation started, and of course everything like changed there, and party is like only daytime. But I can tell that, like my friend told me, it's like a second sort of like rebirth of everything.
Do you think there's like the whole scene in the Ukraine compared to Berlin, for example? What is the difference? What makes the difference for you?
So I think it's pretty new compared to Berlin, of course. And I can tell you that before war, a lot of people went to Ukraine. Like, and some people also say that, oh, Kiev is New Berlin. I mean, Ukrainians hated this, but yeah, like we did have a lot of clubs. Like a lot of clubs opened just a couple of years ago. During Corona, we really had like blossoming of our scene. We had really nice, we still have it, like a club named K41. And it's like a sort of boutique project of Berghain, and it's huge. It's huge. It should have like 10 stages, I hope, in the future. And even right now they do have party, but it mostly like charity party. Like they also collect money for army. Yeah, it sounds maybe weird, but yeah, they do collect money also for army right now.
But do you think or does it feel for you also like that the people are like aiming for these situations and moments to just break out and to like for 1 or 2 minutes forget about the situation of the war?
Yeah, of course, it's like sort of utopia. So yeah, and even people from army going on parties, and they really thankful for organization. Like they thankful to promoters who still keeping going on.
When we talk about underground, that's a huge word also for Berlin. Like Berlin was famous for the underground scene, and from my opinion, it changed a little bit. When you talk about underground, what does it mean to you, and what is left here in Berlin?
I think that underground doesn't exist anymore. Because for me, it sounds like it was maybe 30, 40 years ago, when people were gathering in warehouses, like without any promotional, like without any advertising, without any social media. And social media just killed all this vibe. So I think underground doesn't exist anymore in like first meaning of this word. So yeah, I think it doesn't exist anymore.
Also during Corona, it felt like that there is a sort of vibe of underground growing back. Like people were doing their stuff in like their gardens or wherever in parks. It was illegal, obviously, but this is where underground also comes from, right? But now, after the pandemic, it's also like major labels and fashion labels, they realized that they can make a lot of money with the techno and this kind of scene. So it lost a bit the kind of idea what it's meant, what it's supposed to be.
Yeah, I mean, it's true, but I cannot compare, like, because I wasn't here during Corona, so I don't know what's going on. I don't know what was going on here, basically, because in Ukraine it was totally different. We did have lockdown maybe for 3 months, and that's it. But when I came here last year, like, some people still were, like, telling me, oh, you need to wear a mask, you need to wear masks. So, yeah, I mean, it's just different, so I cannot, like, tell that this is, for me, underground what was here, because I wasn't here, right, so.
You were playing for her a couple of months ago. I don't know exactly when it was, but you were wearing a T-shirt with the words "We rave on Putler's grave." This is something what's also part of your like idea of being an artist, to provoke and to set statements, also with like now wearing a mask, for example.
I played at her actually like 1 year ago. And that time I had really mixed feelings, but also all very mixed commentations under this video, because some people said like, oh, again, people like they want to somehow to put war into music, like and even some of my friends was like, oh, you cannot play right now. They were like this, yeah, you cannot play. And some of them was just canceling me inside of industry. But I also can tell you something interesting, that I realized that people who went out from Ukraine right now, they don't feel themselves 100% comfortable when they come back, even during like to have some DJ set, because they already have some community inside who live in this situation already 1 year, and they are really like super, how to say, they don't want to hear anything about other people.
They isolate themselves.
Yeah, but I can understand this. I can.
But do you think that music should be tied to politics?
It basically starts right from this, like techno music in Detroit was against of police system, everything. I was in Detroit, and it's still very sad situation there. Like I was there in December, and yeah, situation there is still very sad. There is no people, and basically I'm just realized how how there people could create such beautiful music. But maybe it was something like they wanted to put their feelings or like worrying into, you know, like, how to say this in English? Yeah, just to put some inner feelings into creating.
Create something.
Create something.
Yeah. How important do you think is subculture and like also music culture or club culture for a community, for like a city to grow with and to grow on? Maybe also, especially now, when you look back to the Ukraine, like how important is it now for the people to like rely on something?
Yeah, of course, it's very important, but also important to live in the present moment, because basically I think it's a main statement right now in Ukraine that you need to live in the present, but it's important for everyone. But only right now, people realize this, and they don't look super forward into future. Yeah. So
rather like working or like living in the moment more with the situation. But is it for you? You live in Berlin now, and do you have still family in the Ukraine?
Yeah.
And doesn't it also sometimes feel like things are getting a bit meaningless, because if you see what's happening over there and then you realize, okay, you're living a sort of like privileged life here that doesn't really fit together, and how do you deal with this as well?
Oh, I mean, yeah, I feel sometimes that I feel some sort of duplicity, like very, very mixed feelings that, yeah, I'm here, but my family is there, and everything was there, and I had everything what I needed in my country. Like, for example, DJing used to be there, my main income, not like here. And I had my own like apartment, and everything was really fine, and like for everyone there. And yeah, but I think I would like to come back, because for me, Berlin is a bit complicated. Like, yeah.
Why?
A lot of factors, I think. First of all, of course, like accommodation. It's the main problem of everyone here.
Yeah.
But I'm just tired of moving every time, and I feel really not stable because of this. Like, yeah, and also I realized that when all this situation started, like here was a lot of, I don't know, somehow maybe I catch the vibe. Like, you know, yeah, everyone wants to support, but right now it's a bit different. Like everything went like down, I would say, and for me, it's really like can be tough to find like places to play or something like this. So yeah.
How would you describe your music style and your vibe? What are you creating for the audience?
Yeah, I mean, I really like to dig vinyl. Basically, I start from vinyl. Like 6 years ago, I started to learn how to play vinyl, and I never had any musical education. For me, it was like, wow, really? Like, I started from a beginning, like, like total beginning, and yeah, I mean, I play already like 5 years, but I still haven't chance to release anything. I mean, I tried Ableton, but at some point, I don't know why I haven't released anything yet. So mostly I'm digging and DJing. So.
But you said, I just want to go back a little bit to Berlin now. When you say the underground is gone, your vibe, what you're playing is more for this kind of scene as well, right? So do you still see yourself playing, living, or like, enjoying the city like in 5 years and 7 years? Is this something what you can still rely on?
Yeah, I mean, of course, it's just my passion. It's like, it's just part of me. I always loved music, so it's just part of me, and it will stay in any case with me, no matter what.
You also lived in Chicago, right?
Yeah, I lived in Chicago for 5 months.
Okay, it's not so. Is
Not
there
so-
also the underground scene?
Oh, basically, I found that it's very strange, maybe because where the music, electronic music was born, right? But nothing like too much happens there. Like, yeah, of course, they do have like movement, which going maybe this weekend. They do have movement, some clubs, of course. But I feel that audience there, I didn't feel like really major feedback from them. They don't dance, for example. There is, by the way, allowed to take pictures in every
Yeah,
club.
but this is also something very special in Berlin, right? That the whole club culture, they define themselves for example, having a very strict like policy regarding pictures, or that they're not so expensive. Berlin is not an expensive city if you talk about club culture, right? I mean, of course, after Corona, it changed. It did a lot. But in the end, when you look to London or Paris or wherever, New York, it is so much more expensive even to just enter like the door. You have to pay like 50 euro anyways. But yeah, so we were talking about music as well. At the moment, it feels like that there are like two sort of camps of electronic music or techno, right? And it both belongs to underground or to the scene. On the one hand, it's this more like happy vibe, and on the other side, it's more like the darkness. Where do you see yourself, and what do you prefer?
So I started from house music, and I listen everything. I listen everything, like jazz, whatever. And but I think that I found myself more into like techno, trance, like more dark side. I don't know, just different, and people different who come in. Like they really, for me, house is about like give love, like spreading love, and like techno is more like inner. You dance with yourself, like you try to manage something in your head. I don't know, not manage, but like it's different vibe. It's totally different vibe, of course.
So you can't combine it? Not
No,
really.
of course. I mean, yeah, like a lot of DJs, even like resident of Berkane, right? They sometimes play like on the Panorama Bar.
Also like Teutonics, for example, right? They are now playing at Panorama Bar again, and it's like 3 years ago that wouldn't have worked out probably. Also, you said the music got super quick, like trance and whatever. Like it got so quick. But do you think, is it the quicker the better? It feels like. Also, when you look to, or when you now see how the clubs curate their floors, for example, before Corona, the DJs were playing at least maybe like 125, 128. Now they start with 135, 138, something, right? There is a huge change, no? Where is it going to? Like, what do you think?
I don't know. I think it just circulation of everything, like fashion, right? Like from beginning, and it's the same in the music. And yeah, right now I feel that everyone want to see hard techno DJ.
Why?
I don't know. I have no idea. Like, for example, I don't prefer this genre. Like, for me, it's like too much speedy, too much like, I don't know, it's just too much for me. But yeah, I really see this tendency, and I also see the tendency of this cheeky Euro dance, like with remixes of Britney Spears. And of course, some like old school people, they say, "Oh my God, what is this?" Like, it's just, it's a shame. But somehow it works because, maybe because of younger generation come and replace. They like more something, I don't know, something like,
They don't have time anymore.
Yeah. Fast food.
15 seconds, you're not
music. Yeah, fast food music.
Yeah, fast food music. Where do you think is it developing it to, or what you wish for? Where does it develops to? Or like this huge change we are realizing now, and where do you think is it going to?
I have no idea. I think maybe some other genres will replace this. Or I don't know. I mean, anyway, like younger generation already catch this vibe, and old people, unfortunately, will go on from a time, right? I mean, we still will remember about them, but I don't know. I don't know what's gonna be in the future. So, yeah, I also prefer to live in present.
So last but not least, you're still doing music, you keep on doing music. What is now for us, for all of us, important, not only for the DJs, the musicians, then also the people who dance to this music or celebrate this music, enjoying this music, supporting the club culture and the subcultures, for us also to do, to empower and to support this scene even better and even more?
What we should do to support the scene? I think we should not forget to buy tracks of producers, because also like a lot of people want to get everything for free. Pirates everywhere. Yeah, like this crazy MP3, really awful quality tracks. I don't know. I mean, I read, of course, it's visible that a lot of people start to use like vinyls, or even some of them like cassettes. So basically, old school come back again, but I don't know, yeah, we just need to support producers, of course, and also to give a chance, what is really important, to give a chance like young DJ, or not that famous DJ, like to give a chance to talk, to give a chance also to play somewhere, you know, because I also find that a lot of festivals just run in the same people all the time, not like very low percentage of new faces. Yeah, I mean, we need to support new faces, I think.
New talents, yeah.
Yeah.
And how do we get the mystic back into our underground scene?
Oh, I think that if only we delete all social media and throw away our phones, underground can come back, but yeah, not with developing of social media. I think, yeah, just change it, so no way back.
That's a huge problem, yeah. Anna, thank you so much. If any one of you guys have a question for Anna, feel free.
Yeah, feel free.
Yeah.
So, I'll just ask.
Yeah.
How old are you?
Oh, I'm basically quite young. I mean, 25. So yeah, I can rely myself to a new generation of DJs. That's why I'm talking as well, right? I mean, I just understood this on my own skin, how it's complicated. Anyone else?
So thank you, Anna, for being so open and telling us a little bit more about you, and also about obviously the situation in the Ukraine. And yeah, thank you.
Yeah, welcome.